And then Perry, when did you join them?
Well, I played on the first album, and then I joined full time about 2 years ago, something like that. And, yeah. So
we'd actually worked with Perry, as he says on the first album, on the tune "Girl on the Fire." So it was only natural for us to get him in again. He's familiar with electronic music and working in that kind of environment.
I've been doing a lot of drum and bass in the past, and I've been playing a lot. Played with the Bad Company, Digital Nation guys, Groove Rider, and Adam F, and all sorts of people. So I was au fait with the genre, even though I'm a metalhead.
You're a metalhead?
Yeah.
Favorite metal album?
Favorite metal album has to be, well, first band I ever saw was Metallica on the Master of Puppets tour, so it has to be Master of Puppets. Although, actually no, I prefer Ride the Lightning.
Okay.
It's a better album.
Okay, and Gareth, are you also a metalhead? Or?
Hell yeah. God, I couldn't name a favourite album because it changes week by week, but I mean...
I've actually just changed mine, just now. Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
See, I'm so fickle, I'll change my mind in half a minute.
I could just name a lot of bands actually. I mean, from the extreme ends of metal like Meshuggah and Job for a Cowboy, All That Remains at the Gates, Vision of Disorder, I could go on all day. Deftones is one of my favourite bands in general.
Okay.
They're not that hard on the metal side, but just as a band I really like them as well.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, Perry joined the band really because you wanted to do, wanted to play live?
Well, yeah, because we're putting together a live show. I mean, we kind of got to a point where DJing was, you know, it was an integral part to the process because we could get out there and test tunes on our audiences. But we kind of wanted a bit more from it, from the whole performance angle, because we put so much effort into the music and production in the studio. We've always really admired live music, so we just... In fact, the first attempt for us to perform, Rob and I, was performing live with our computers. And Rob's computer crashed the day before the show, and then that's how we teamed up with Paul Horner, because we had to sort of work up the courage to approach him and get him to DJ our tracks at the same performance slot that we were given. And that's where it all really started. So we've always come from a live background, we've always played in bands together, so it was a really natural thing for us to do. But I mean, in starting out the project, we didn't really know what or how we were going to do it. All we knew was what we didn't want to look like and didn't want to sound like.
What did?
Well, we just didn't want to be one of those bands that had, you know, hard drives and DAT machines and a lot of equipment on stage that was blatantly not even plugged in or being used. And so, you know, we'd actually had a mate, a drummer, Paul Kodish, who's actually pestering us all the time to put a live show together as well, because I mean, that's his avenue and his forte, and he was really wanting to get involved with us, and so we set about putting it together and brought Perry in, and
I've been in bands with Paul Kodish.
So they knew each other as well. So.
For over 10 years. So.
What kind of bands?
Surfy drum and bass music, yeah, rocky.
Paul was in the Apollo 440 as well, and they had an offshoot band that was like the core members and Perry.
Yeah, it's called Maximum Roach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but the live show was almost like a science project, and we had to devise a way to play live in a way that we could recapture the energy that we get in the studio with the full sonic production, but in a live arena, and that was, you know, a very difficult task.